I want you to be here. This sentence structure is all you need. If you practice this one sentence and some variations on it, you'll be using the subjunctive in Spanish better than ever. In this video, we'll go over how this sentence works in Spanish. And we'll practice creating variations on it so that you can go out and start using the subjunctive like a native Spanish speaker. Let's dive in. So what's so great about this sentence? To be fair, there are a lot of different situations in Spanish that trigger using the subjunctive. But the most common and important way is when someone is expressing an intention for someone else. When I say, I want you to be here, I'm expressing something that I intend for you. Some other examples could be, I intend for you to be here. I recommend that you be here. I hope that you are here. All four of these sentences express what I want, and what I want is some sort of intention about you. But by far, the most frequent way to say what you want or intend in Spanish is using the verb querer, which means to want. And that's why we're going to focus on this sentence template. I want you to be here. So let's start working with it. Here's the sentence fully in Spanish. Quiero que estés aquí. We're going to use this sentence as a template to practice a bunch of other subjunctive examples. But first, let's break this down into its component parts. Quiero means I want. Que means that. Estés means you be with a subjunctive. And aquí means here. So this is literally, I want that you be here. This sounds pretty strange in English. We don't go around saying things like, I want that you be here. Instead, we structure things like this as, I want you to be here. But in Spanish, anytime anyone intends something for someone else, you always structure your sentences this way. Here's another example off of the same template. I want my friend to be here. In Spanish, what we have to say is, I want that my friend be here. Or, quiero que mi amigo esté aquí. As you can see, the subjunctive form is now esté instead of estés. In Spanish, instead of saying, I want you to be, I want her to be, and so on, we will instead conjugate the verb to be in the subjunctive, but specifically to refer to who we're intending the thing for. Here's a list of the most common subjunctive forms of estar so that you can use more of them. So, I be is yo esté. You be is tú estés. He or she be is él or ella esté. We be is nosotros estemos. And they be is ellos or ellas estén. Now it's time for you to get some practice with this. I'm going to present some English sentences, and your task is to try to predict the Spanish. In each case, the sentence is going to start with quiero que, or I want that. And then it'll use one of these subjunctive forms of estar. I'm gonna leave the list showing so that you can try to match it to the sentence. Let's give this a try. I want my friends to be here. So this has to change to literally, I want that my friends be here, or quiero que mis amigos estén aquí. Next, I want her to be here. This is quiero que ella esté aquí. Literally, I want that she be here. I want you to be here. This is quiero que tú estés aquí. And it could also be quiero que estés aquí, like we've been using throughout the video. The word tú here may or may not appear. Don't worry about it. We'll cover whether or not this would be here in a different video. Either way, it's correct. Next example. I want us to be here. Quiero que nosotros estemos aquí. And you could also say, quiero que estemos aquí. All right, how did you do? So what we're going to do next is we're going to expand on the sentence template and start using it to express other people's intentions. So far, we've just been using quiero que, which means I want, so we're only expressing the first person. But here are the other common conjugations of querer to refer to what pretty much anyone wants. I want is quiero, you want is quieres, he or she wants is quiere, we want is queremos, and they want is quieren. So for example, check out this sentence. They want us to be here. Quieren que estemos aquí. So this uses the same template, the same structure as quiero que estés aquí, which we've been using throughout the video, But now we're expressing what someone else wants. Literally, they want that we be here. Here's another example. He wants me to be here. Quiere que yo esté aquí. And again, it's fine to say quiere que esté aquí. The yo is sometimes there and sometimes not. Don't worry about it for now. All right, let's get some practice talking about who wants who to be where in Spanish. I'm going to leave these lists to the side so that you can see the present tense conjugations of querer and the subjunctive conjugations of estar and try to match the right ones to the sentences. The English is about to appear in the middle, and you should try to predict the Spanish. All right, first example. You want my friends to be here. ¿Quieres que mis amigos estén aquí? Next. We want you to be here. Queremos que estés aquí. They want me to be here. Quieren que yo esté aquí. He wants her to be here. Quiere que ella esté aquí. All right, how did you do? If you got any of these wrong, don't worry, I'll give you some more ways to practice all of this at the end of the video. First, let's do something a little more advanced. I'm going to start throwing in some other things that you might want people to do or be, such as going somewhere or having something. So we're going to branch out from the subjunctives of estar, which is all we've been using, and we're going to use other verbs instead. For example, they want her to go to the place. Literally, they want that she go to the place, or quieren que ella vaya al lugar. Or maybe, do you want us to have those things? ¿Quieres que tengamos esas cosas? This part is for you if you know the verbs ser, hacer, ir, and tener. If you do, try to take a shot at this next quiz. Each of these sentences is still going to start with a form of querer, but then it's going to have a subjunctive of any of these verbs. Try this out. First, he wants us to go to the house. Quiere que vayamos a la casa. I want the girl to have this. Quiero que la chica tenga esto. Do you want me to be your friend? ¿Quieres que yo sea tu amigo? We want them to do that. Queremos que hagan eso. Last one. I want you to be my friend. Quiero que seas mi amiga. All right, how did you do on that one? It's okay if you didn't get all of these perfect. What's important is to keep practicing this Spanish structure. Quiero que estés aquí. And then start branching out a little at a time with more and more variation. If you follow this process, you'll get to the point where you can express what anybody wants for anyone else using the Spanish subjunctive. To get more of this kind of practice, we have a set of 30 flashcards that you can download for free. It includes all of the examples from this video and a bunch more at different levels. So you can use these to drill your skills of using this sentence structure and its variations. Click the link in the description to download the flashcards for free and then start practicing with them for a few minutes a day. And pretty quickly, you'll be using the subjunctive to express intentions flawlessly. And then for some fun ways for how to use flashcards like these, you'll want to see our videos about using Spanish flashcards. Just subscribe to this channel and you'll get a lot more grammar and study tips that'll get you speaking fluent Spanish faster than ever.